Hi, I'm fine, and you?
Fine, a little tired, but everything's okay. How's been your day?
A little bit busy.
Yeah, understand.
Mhm.
Okay, so perfect. If you want, we can start. Well, we can start now. Yes, let's do it. From yesterday, any question, maybe?
No,
Everything's okay?
yes.
Okay, perfect. About the case report, let me open your homework and we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, you had little help because, as I was telling you, I understand that it's not an easy fact in the first year of career.
Yes. I've never did a medical report.
Yeah, a case report, I mean. It's a
Case report.
brief, yes, it's a brief paragraph. It's not a big deal to make it.
Okay.
But most of your classmates get in confusion and did something different because it's not the same meaning introduction from English to Spanish.
Okay.
Okay, let me share the first one, the scoliosis. Can you watch my screen? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Marilyn Gomez, 17 years old. Came to the appointment because she have back pain and she feels and nervousness in her shoulder, okay? She was diagnosed with scoliosis, could be here. The growth is mainly present in the spine, the shoulders, the roof is taken. Okay, first of all, when you have a case report, you always express every idea in past time. Okay?
Okay.
Because patient is not next to you at that moment. If patient is in that moment, you are presenting a case. It's not the same meaning, right?
Mm-hmm.
I sent you these guidelines, the general data, chronology, the organize the symptoms, and at this moment it's not important to start the treatment, okay? So
Okay.
I didn't write down the past time because I told about it in the last, I don't know which class I said that it was important to write down in past all of the case reports.
Mm-hmm.
And don't worry. Down in past. Here I have an easy example for your classmates, and you can do it too. You have the description of the patient. Is that I was explaining you. You can imagine that the patient comes to you and explain you how she feels at this moment. You take notes about the symptoms, and then you make the report. 50-year-old housewife who had been well informed previously, and then taking the symptoms from this conversation you had, you can fill all of this case, all of this exercise, okay? And this is one of the best examples for a case report, and that's all. That was the homework. Here,
Okay.
here we have another topic to talk about. Write a short case report about the 60-year-old man. Here's in the bubble is everything he's complaining of. And then you have to use the medical terms and past tense with the underlying expressions for writing down a similar case report as it's in the box. Okay, but that's all.
Okay.
That's just for practicing at this moment, yeah. But we are going to work on case reports and case reports a lot for understanding the correct meaning, okay?
Okay.
This one in general, it's okay because the past time is a little observation and maybe more findings could be written down, but that's okay. For me, scoliosis is a good job at this moment.
Okay.
And let's go to the fibromyalgia. It's an easy fact, this one. And 42 years old, came to her appointment because she feels pain in extremities. Extremities or limbs? This one,
Extremities. I was checking the slides that you sent us.
This could be, but limbs it's better because you are reporting with a medical language, right? If
Okay.
patient is talking to you, she could tell you, my extremities are painful. That's okay because the patient is explaining about her feelings. And of course, she knows she doesn't know the correct meaning of the medical vocabulary. But while making the report, you need to use the correct terminology, right?
Yes.
Diagnosis syndrome due to constant medical checkups. Pain. Okay, could be, but we have to add more findings here. In this specific topic, I was telling you to write down about it because it's an easy way to express for it, okay?
Okay.
An easy way to explain this situation. And it has a specific criteria to look for during the physical examination to physical evaluation, right? The trigger point, the situation that's involving all the beginning of this specific disease, I mean. Okay, but that's okay. In general, it's okay, your job.
Okay.
This little helps, yeah, I'm going to send just for the people who send me homework because it's not fair to send to the group. Not all your classmates made it. That's why I don't consider it's okay to send it if they don't work. I'm sorry. So life could be unfair. Yeah, sometimes. Let's look for the key of that chart because now I'm extremely tired. I don't know what's going on with me. I think I'm getting sick. Symptoms, okay. I'm opening the book that I'm supposed to use, and I don't like it. It's a secret.
Okay.
But it's important to work with it. There are just pictures and, well, patience. Yes, it's not the same like case presentation than a case report. While I was doing the university, I mean, we had the same example and everything was so shuffled in ideas and everything. It's so funny. I remember my teacher was almost crying and he said, why I'm wasting my time with you? You don't want to do it. Well, patience, we were saying him that that's not correct. We love you. We really appreciate your effort, and no, he didn't wanted to understand us.
Mm.
No, if you are trying to gain some time with me, we are not doing well. Try to do your best, and we were crying. During the pandemic, he died. That's a huge loss.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I have the key now. Okay. Let's close it. Wait, I don't know where is it. Okay. Let me share you the screen again. And let's check the answers. Can you watch my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, we have 5 minutes more. Read the patient's description, blah, blah, blah. I was well until a few months ago. In the beginning, I just fell off color, and a bit tired. But lately, I've been feeling completely worn out at the end of the day. I'm going in that way. I'm not eating any more than usual, but I put on 9 kilos in the last year. Kilos is usually used in United Kingdom, okay? And pounds in the United States.
Yes.
My emotions are hard and my hair has started to fall out. A 50-year-old housewife who has been well until 4 months previously. The first word of the key is complaint. Or present, yes, complaint of tiredness and malaise. Okay, number 2, malaise. Okay. Let's cut this one. It's not helpful to get it. She had gained 9 kilos in weight in the year before she presented to her GP, although she denied eating more than usual. She was constipated and she noticed that her hair had started to fall out, okay?
Okay.
And on these lines, you have more options to write down, just as an example for making the correct report. Another way to explain: a 60-year-old man, and that's okay, presented to his GP with malaise and fatigue for several months. He also complained of anorexia and weight loss of 10 kilos. That's another way with another data, right? But that's great. Any question maybe?
No.
So when you compare this example with the ones you made, you are so close of the answer, okay? So just keep on practicing and that's all. For me, it's okay. While here we have again my screen. This bubble, it's answered in this second part of the answer key. I haven't made myself for several months. I completely worn out. Blah, blah. That's the same with medical words. That's all. I mean,
Okay.
it's not as hard as it looks, right? It
Yes.
could be a little confusing because we had another way of traduction. I mean, the meaning could be misunderstood because of the traduction, but that's not the same. Can you see the diary pool for assistance?
Yes, I'm doing right now.
Okay, thank you. So the meaning is important. Yes. Perfect. I'm preparing little case reports, little situations for making case reports. Okay, thank you so much, Fabi.
Okay.
So in the order we are going ahead, we are going to work on it. About the homework I sent on Sunday night. Any question maybe?
Not yet. I'm with exam all this week till the next week, so I didn't open the document. I think tonight I will open that
Okay,
to begin the homework, but not yet. Thank you.
okay. About that homework, it's important for me to tell you that of course we are going to have a final test from the model 1, right?
Yes.
From all the homework I've been sending from the first week, the second week, and the case reports and the specific lessons we are studying now, it's going to be a final test. And of course, all the questions are going to come from the homeworks.
Mhm.
That's important to know it. This second week homework is so long, I know, around 22 pages, I think. I'm not sure the exact number, but most of them are pictures, are crosswords, scrambled words, finding words. I mean, just for having fun, yeah. And there are two documents. One of them is with games, and the other one is for writing down. Okay, if you can print it and fill it by handwriting, that's okay for me.
Okay.
Okay, so have a nice
So
night.
I think that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Fabi,
So
see you
have
tomorrow.
a nice night. Goodbye.
Bye. 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 Hi, Belkin. Oh, sorry, I can hear you. Cannot. There's no audio.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to on my
Okay.
microphone.
I was expecting not to see you tonight because you told me you were in an important activity, another situation.
Yeah, but I finished today, so I'm free now at this time.
Perfect. You're welcome.
Yay!
Yes, well done.
Yeah,
That's the best. But that's the interest. I want to watch my students, and that's perfect. That's great. Okay. Any question from yesterday, maybe?
I have a lot of questions.
Oh, excellent.
I want to start first with my medical report. I know it is late, but
That's okay.
I want to read. Okay.
Okay, but try to share the screen. That's okay, and that's okay for me because we must watch in the screen and correct with it. But that's okay. If do you have a typed? I mean.
No, I wrote this.
Okay, it's written. Okay, so read it. That's okay for me.
Yeah, and because I didn't have time for work in my computer.
That's okay. So read it and let's do it.
My patient is Maria Cerros,
Perfect.
47 years old. Patient with DM, diabetes mellitus. Yeah. She has experienced weakness and tiredness. In this moment, patient does not have any DM medication. She got a result of BG blood glucose
Yeah.
170 milligram per deciliter, but she need an appointment with medical internal medicine.
To the
And
physician.
yeah.
Perfect.
I don't know how to end this.
Okay. Do you remember we were choosing two pathologies from the skeletal and the muscle systems?
Yeah.
Did you write down about them? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay. Give me a minute, please. Let me look for which one was yours. Your pathologist. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's okay. About the medical report you are reporting to me, yeah. I think it sounds great, but I'd like to check it by reading. Yes, this is the one. Okay, you were supposed to talk about synovitis.
Yeah, but
let me look for. Oh, and
well,
I don't have the second one, from the muscular system.
I work on the diabetes mellitus is not the topic that I choose, but I want to have an idea how to make a medical report.
No, that's okay. You're here with cramps.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's okay. About diabetes mellitus, it's okay you report, but the patient is asking for a situation to a referral, right? That's not a case report, I mean.
Okay.
But it could help you in the idea you are getting the correct way of writing down. I have here, I lost it. I closed it. I made a guideline for correcting all the situations because nobody made the correct case report. Let me share my screen and I'm going to show it now. Can you watch my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, the case report is a brief paragraph. It's not a big deal to make. It's not a big paper to write down, or it's not giving an answer to a patient. It's just showing that our findings and explaining all the complaints of the patient. That's all. That's the first part of the writing part in the clinical history, one of the most important parts for having the correct order of the ideas. In the case report, always we use medical terminology. And it's a brief paragraph that we cannot get in confusion, okay?
Yeah.
It has to take into account the general data of the patient. It must be in a chronological order, organizing the symptoms, then the findings. And at this moment, it's not important to send the treatment. Okay?
Yeah.
In this specific part, you can explain about medication if the patient tells you that during the explanation of the complaints, if the patient says something about medication and about taking some pills or something non very specific, you can write down it, but it's not important. And it always has to be in past time, the past tense, okay? I'm
clear now. I have an idea now.
Yes, now you have a good idea with the diabetes question, but the patient is asking for a referral, so it's not a case report. It's a question. It's a patient question that you are asking for. You are solving. It's a doubt. You are giving a solution, and that's okay. But it's not a case report as a fact. Okay.
Okay.
And like you are here, you are making a great effort for completing all the times that we are supposed to make. And that's the best because I can see that you are interested on this part of the practice, right?
Right.
In this example, we have this bubble where the patient is explaining us as a doctor what is going on. I was well until a few months ago. In the beginning, I just fell off color and a bit tired. But lately, I've been feeling completely worn out at the end of the day. I'm not eating any more than usual, but I will put on 9 kilos in the last year. Kilos is for the United Kingdom, right? And pounds for the United States. Yeah.
I was thinking about that.
I'm sorry?
I was thinking about the kilos. What is the meaning of kilos? Because
yeah, the kilograms. My emotions are hard and my hair has started to fall out. In this paragraph, she didn't say anything about medication while explaining her complaints, right? So we have to make the case report of all of this situation and of course our findings with medical terminology. A 50-year-old housewife who had been well until 4 months previously. We have the key now. Complained, I'm sorry. Complained of tiredness and malaise. She had gained 9 kilos in weight in the year before she presented to her GP, right?
Yeah.
Although she denied eating more than usual. She was constipated and she noticed her hair had started to fall out, sorry. Yeah. Can you notice the difference in talking? The social way of expressions, and I send you in the presentation in a chart with the meanings of these specific ones that are written down and the way we are supposed to talk about them, all with medical terminology. Okay.
Yeah.
In this second example, write a short case report about the 60-year-old man. I haven't been myself for several months now. I felt completely worn out after doing anything. I've been off my food and I've lost 10 kilos in weight. Write in the past tense and use medical terms for the underlying expressions. Okay, practice writing, that's okay. The practice part is not important at this moment, it's just an example.
Yeah.
How can you traduce it to the medical terminology?
Wow. We need to, let me think. I'm thinking.
Okay. While you are thinking, let me open that slide where these expressions are explained. Can you see here the meaning and how the patient gets an expression, right? I was telling you that's important to know it, because we can get in confusion if we don't understand correctly how the patient is telling us the situation. Lately, I've been exhausted, no. Feel of color, I don't know, haven't feeling myself for a week, for a month, I don't know. It's general feeling of being unwell, it's malaise, right? This terminology is going to be so helpful while giving this traduction because I haven't been myself. In the chart, we have the same, I haven't been myself. Maybe 1, 2 more words with malaise. For several months. I feel completely worn out after doing anything. I feel completely worn out, loss of energy, tiredness, lethargy.
I will use lethargy.
Okay, could be lethargy, that's okay. After the intent, I've been off my food. I lost appetite. Of my food, I lost appetite. And
anorexia.
Okay, could be, right? So having that meanings, that ways of traduction, I mean, we can get these 2 lines of a case report. A 60-year-old man presented to his GP with malaise of myself and fatigue, lethargy, or any synonym, that's okay, for several months. He also complained of anorexia, loss of my food, and weight loss 10 kilos. So now you can see the difference by writing, okay?
Yeah.
That's just for examples. Those ones are the clearest ones that I found. So it's that's okay to do it. Okay. So now you have the big idea about writing down. Complete your homework and send it to me. Okay.
Tomorrow before 5 o'clock or
as soon as possible, because the scores are going out. I have lots of students that didn't send homework, but didn't say anything and anything different. Like you, for example, diabetes referral, it's a good idea for starting. And I see that you are working on it. But if there is nothing to work on, I don't know what we are going to do tonight, or that was different from the yesterday class, right? Okay, can you see the pool?
Yeah, I see.
Perfect. So we can complete the homework and send it to me as soon as possible, please.
Okay. I have a more question.
Okay. Oh, it's Ruth's time. Well, what happened?
Yeah. It's very fast. Can you give me an example of acro?
Of what?
Acro. I need one example.
Acro. Sorry, I don't remember when we talked about it. From yesterday class?
Yeah.
Acro. Which
Acro
slide is
it's number 4. Acro is in slide number 4.
Okay, give me a second for opening it. Give me a second, please. I'm going to show you the 4th slide. I have many things open. What happened? Okay, while I'm opening the presentation, can you fill the pool, please?
Okay. Can you send me the pool again? I can see on my screen.
Okay. Hi, Ruth. I'm sorry we're taking your time.
Sorry, Ruth.
The 4th slide, right?
Yeah. Number 4.
This. No, that's not. From here? Let me share my screen and you tell me if I'm in the correct place, okay? Here? Acro.
Yeah, acro.
Hands and feet, topics are important. For example, acrocyanosis.
Okay.
That's okay. That's the situation we can talk about in a specific way.
Yeah. Does it done?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So I'm closing the poll. Thank you so much. Okay. And don't forget, send me the homework.
Okay, I will do this
as soon as possible, okay?
Right now. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Bye, Belkin.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Ruth, I'm sorry. We take for 50 minutes.
It's okay.
Okay, thank you so much for understanding. Okay, let's check at the beginning the paragraphs, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let me open the homework. What happened with this? My laptop is running crazy, but let's have patience.
Yes.
You sent me your homework, right?
Yes. Is
Yes, I remember.
atrophy and ostealgia.
Okay. Yeah. Mm. Okay, I found it. Okay, it's opening now. So let me share my screen in order to check it. Muscle atrophy. Oh, listo. Muscle atrophy refers to the loss of muscle. Hello. Let me share again. I don't know what's going on. My laptop is running crazy from yesterday. Can you watch my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you're giving me some explanation about the situation, right?
And the symptoms, but I don't know, is that correct?
Certainly it's not. It's not the way of making a case report. Refer to loss of muscle tissue. No.
The medical report is like a case of something or?
Yes, a medical report is an investigation.
Okay.
A long, long paper to write down. And it's not an objective. A case report, it's an easy task to do. But from this paper, something better. A case report, while I was preparing this guideline for having a correct idea. And of course, we have topics to count on. First of all, it's used in medical terminology in a brief paragraph. We take general data of the patient. It's chronologically explained, organizing the symptoms. And at this moment, it's not important to send the treatment. It's not important to talk about it. It always is writing down in past.
Okay.
For example, we have this chart that I found in the book explaining. When we talk about a case report, it's supposed that we received a patient, the patient told us all of the complaints he has, and then we can report it to a superior, for example, our physician, I don't know, anyone who is in charge of us, okay?
Like evolution note?
No, an evolution note has more data and it's not objective.
Okay.
So this is just the first part of the clinical history, the writing down of the medical history.
Oh, okay.
If we make a mistake in this part, all of the rest of the paper is going to be wrong. That's why it's important to correct the ways. And I didn't send the guidelines because during these lessons we are having from the beginning, I was giving some tips, just free ideas about a case report is in past. A case report is this expression. This expression is explained with this abbreviation, for example.
Okay.
So while checking the slides, you can find these specific little topics that are into the clinical situations we are taking in count, okay?
Okay.
As an example, a patient came to visit the doctor, and she said, I was well until a few months ago. In the beginning, I just fell off color and a bit tired, but lately I've been feeling completely worn out at the end of the day. When we're talking about symptoms, I show a chart when was the way that patients give an expression and explain the complaints, right?
Yes.
Then we have the meaning of that specific sentence, and then the medical terminology for getting a traduction could be, okay?
Okay.
So continue. I'm not eating any more than usual, but I put on 9 kilos in the last year. Kilos is for the United Kingdom and pounds for the United States, okay? My emotions are hard and my hair has started to fall out. When we were talking about stools, you remember the faces with it in the GI tract. We have those motions are the same as feces as stools. So in this social way of expression, we have to give a case report of the complaints of the patient. And that's the way we write down our medical report, our note, our paper, our document, okay? A 50-year-old housewife who had been well until 4 months previously. We have the key. Very important part. She complained of tiredness and malaise. She had gained 9 kilos in weight in the year before she presented to her GP, although she denied it more than usual. She was constipated and she noticed that her hair had started to fall out. As you can see, everything is in past time, in a past sentence. And we have here the medical terminology. Here the social one, here the medical terminology one, right? In Spanish, depending on what you are talking about, you can use the expressions of the patient, but in English, no, it always has to be with medical terminology.
Okay.
It's like an obligation to write down in that way, okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
If we don't do it in that kind of language, of course, our papers are not going to be well accepted. You told me you're planning to make your specialty in Europe, right?
Yes.
So it's very important to get it, this idea in the correct way for making a good case report and making a good medical report, a medical reference, and asking for a reference for patient and any different documentation, okay?
Okay.
So this is just an example for working out. We have here another example. We have a patient, a 60-year-old man, that says, I haven't been myself for several months now. I feel completely worn out after doing anything. I've been off my food and I've lost 10 kilos in weight. From this complaint, how you can write down a similar case report? It's a little hard, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me show you the chart I was showing Belkin.
Mm-hmm.
Here we have how the patient expressions, right? I felt completely worn out. It means loss of energy, and the medical terminology, tiredness, lethargy, fatigue, lassitude. It's your choice which one you decide to write down. That's okay. I've been feeling off color for 2 days. General feeling of being unwell, so malaise.
Mm-hmm.
The word you must use is malaise, right?
Yes.
I've been out of my food. I've been off my food, loss of appetite, so anorexia, right?
Yes.
Okay, so going to the example, we have the key. A 60-year-old man presented to his GP, always in past, with malaise and fatigue for several months, with malaise and fatigue for several months, right? He also complained of anorexia and weight loss of 10 kilos. That's different, right? And it's kind of hard deal to make it. It's not the same in Spanish, right?
No, it's different.
It's a little confusing because the expression of the patient is for practicing.
Mm-hmm.
And the objective for a case report without giving a guideline is because I wanted to know how you understand from that expressions. Okay.
Okay.
So we're
Okay.
going to work now on case reports and case reports, all of the classes we are going on and ahead. And we are
Okay.
going to make it well while finishing the complete course, the model 2 also. In the model 2, we have the clinical history, the taking data, the correct writing down. But this is the first step, and it is the most important part for writing down the clinical history, for giving it a correct sense, I mean.
Yes.
This guideline I'm going to send to all the people who send me homework, just for you, yeah, because not in the group. I received 7 reports from 14. So it's not fair, I mean, to give the guideline to somebody who didn't send me the homework. So I'm going to send it to you while finishing the workshop, okay?
Oh, it's okay. And I will try to do it again
Okay.
and understand all
And
I would.
yes, clinical reports, the case reports, and that's all, just for practicing the correction, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let me share you the pool for
Okay.
assistance, and we are okay.
We have until Friday to present the homework, right?
Yes, but if there is too much homework to do, because I know there are a lot of topics and exercises, let me know on Thursday after or before the class, that's okay. And I can change the deadline because it's too much material to study on. Moreover, we have the topics from this week, so it's not an easy fact. I'm gonna prepare something not as hard as this first part, but I consider that the part we were doing last week,
Yes.
well, the homework was necessary to be done in that way because it's the most common situation. This second week, yeah, this third week, I mean, it's gonna be easier. And well, tomorrow I'm going to give you the huge idea of the final test of the model 1. And of course, all the questions are coming from the homework. That's why it's important to get them corrected, right?
Yes. Okay, understand. I will try to do it tomorrow and Thursday, and I'm gonna send you on Friday.
Okay, try to finish it, but as I was telling you, if you don't have enough time, please let me know. Let me know and we can change the deadline for the whole group, because I know that almost all the people is working and it's not easy to take enough time for doing it. So
yes, but I will try to do it the 2 homework.
Yes, the quizzes and the assignments.
Okay.
Okay, it's better if you print them and write down. That's okay too. Okay, it's not necessarily to be done in computer typewriting. That doesn't matter. Handwriting, I understand all the handwriting homework I received last week.
Yes, it's okay. Well, handwrite it or in computer, that could be right.
That's okay. Any of them, that's okay for me.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so see you tomorrow. Have a nice night.
Bye tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, bye, Ruth. Bye.
Good evening.
Hi, Johan. How are you?
Okay. What about you?
Fine. Everything's okay.
Nice.
Okay, questions from the yesterday class, maybe? Or everything's okay?
No, it was a really good class.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You encouraged me. Yeah. Okay. Let's open your homework. So let's check the reports, okay? Okay, can you listen to me? Is that okay? Hi, Johan.
I don't know if
Okay, don't worry. I'm preparing the material, okay?
but
Can you
we
watch
have
my
some.
screen?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yes, I can hear. Okay.
Okay,
First
this
of
is
all,
my
thank
theory.
you so much. Thank you so much for using handwriting. That's good, okay? I'd rather this way. Lumbalgia, symptoms, patient
Nice.
reports, close.
And me too, I'd rather.
Yes, no, I
It's
prefer
easier.
this way of writing down because I know you are practicing, of course, and the computer is not correcting anything of writing or grammar and anything. Lower back pain of 5 days evolution after carrying heavy things at work. I'm sorry, this word I didn't understood. And now I don't understand. Can you read it, please?
Concomitantly. I
Okay.
translate the word concomitante.
Yeah.
Concomitantemente.
Yes. Now I got the idea. Okay. Physical exam. There are not of losses in her lower back and left without modification. That's lumbalgia. Okay, that's an idea. You got the general idea, that's okay, but that's not the correct way of expression. I'm going to show you an example in a minute. Stimulatis, patients refer chills, fatigue, refers malaise, weak of evolution, concomitantly refers. Okay, physical exam, both legs are swollen, okay. You got the general idea of this, but it's not what I was asking for while talking a case report, okay?
Okay.
But that's okay, you have an idea because we are going to work on it from today until the end of the whole course. I prepared the case report guidelines because it's an easy way to understand how to write down. Using medical terminology, always write down a brief paragraph. Okay, it has to include general data of the patient. It has to be in a chronological order, organizing the symptoms from the beginning and the end. And at this moment, it's not important to send me the treatment. That's okay, you didn't send it. And always write down in past time. Okay?
Past time.
Past time, always, because the patient is not next to you when you are explaining me the situation. It's, for example, when you have a superior one, I don't know, the physician that is in charge of you, you're going to tell him, to show him a case report, but the patient is not next to you supporting all the report, right? So you evaluate a few hours, a few time, I don't know, in past time the patient, and then you go to the responsible, right?
Yeah.
So as an example, here we have a lady that is, but with the doctor, she says, I was feeling well, I was well until a few months ago. In the beginning, I just fell off color and a bit tired. But lately, I've been feeling completely worn out at the end of the day. I'm not eating any more than usual, but I put on 9 kilos in the last year. For the United Kingdom is kilos, and the United States, the USA, is pounds, okay? My emotions are hard, and my hair has started to fall out. That's the way the patient explained us all the complaints she has, right? All the situations that she's suffering. And when we go to the clinical history, I need to write down the case report to make the general ideas and organize all the situations. We write down like this. A few 50-year-old housewife who had been well until 4 months previously. 9 kilos in weight in the year before she presented to her GP, although she denied eating more than usual. She was constipated and she noticed that her hair had started to fall out. Johan, can you listen to me? Johan?
Yes, I can hear you. I don't know if
Okay.
you can send.
Okay,
Yeah.
don't worry. If the camera is going to be a trouble for the speech, it's okay if this
I don't
turned
know
off.
if you can hear.
Hello. No, don't worry. Okay.
Can you hear?
So you can notice the difference between patient was giving her complaints, right? If you catch the difference of the way of expression, perfect for me. And when we go to homework, I close. And when we go to homework, you had the idea about how to organize the symptoms and the findings, but there are some.
Miss, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Okay. I think it was my connection, and when I turn on my camera, it's worse.
Don't worry about the camera. Let's get
okay.
it turned off. That's okay for me. I know
okay.
you.
I just want to know if you can send me
Of course,
example that you're.
I'm going to send the guideline to all the ones who send me homework, not for all the group. So I'm going to give it to you, this guideline. It's not fair if I give it to the group and you make an effort for writing down and getting an idea with your homework, and that's great. You had a general idea, right? Well, you didn't express in past, but it's not important at this moment. I just wanted to see how the case report was being understood during the first part of the classes we are taking. If you check the slides, the first, the second, the third, and the fourth one, I've been writing down as free ideas to, for example, always express in past during a medical case report or something in the clinical history, or use this abbreviation for this specific situation. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, those topic ideas, just as free ideas, I mean, were for showing you the way of doing this homework that was planned. Yeah, I know how to do it. So in the way you get this, for me, it's perfect. It's okay the way you were writing down. Just we have to work on it and get the correct paragraph done. Like
okay,
in this example, that's okay for me.
I'm gonna try it.
Here, no, let's do it because it's gonna be homework for you. For everybody, because nobody made the exercise I was expecting for, but that's okay. That's the objective. We are here for learning, right? So that's okay to make mistakes.
Thank you.
We have this second bubble that expresses a patient, a 60-year-old man, that says, I haven't been myself for several months now. I feel completely worn out after doing anything. I've been off my food and I've been lost 10 kilos in weight. So when you have these expressions that are underlined, you can remember now. I show you this chart that has the patient expression.
I don't know if you are trying to show me the slides because I cannot see it.
Okay, don't worry. You can check the class.
I'm seeing my homework right now.
Okay, still in homework. I changed the screen. Oh, okay. In the class we were talking about symptoms. The fourth one, I mean. I have written down a chart where we have the patient expressions, the meaning of the expression, and the medical terminology, the medical term that explains that situation. That's the first one of the symptoms topics, right? So checking that, you can complete your homework.
Okay, just to recap, we have to do the homework again. Well, better.
Yes.
With the example that you're gonna send us.
Yes, when I send the guideline finishing the homework tonight, I'm going to express the idea of the homework for correcting the paragraph you send me now. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm sending you the pool. Can you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay, please fill the pool for assistance. And that's great, Johan.
Okay, I did it.
Okay, thank you so much. So
okay, thank you.
In this order, now you understood the difference between your paragraph and the answer I was expecting for, right?
Yeah, a lot of things. The past tense, I mean the past time, and the order of the symptoms, and
yes. For example, if you want to study in the United States or Europe, maybe the most important part of the clinical history is the case report, the beginning, because from this part, the whole history takes sense, makes the correct idea, the correct direction of working and getting the diagnosis and treatment. If this part is wrong, it's not possible to work with it.
Okay, perfect.
That's why we
I
are
mean,
going to work with case reports.
Historia de la enfermedad actual means
Case report.
Case report.
Yeah.
It's the same. Okay.
Because in the anamnesis, in the interrogation part, we received ideas from the patient, right, in Spanish.
Yeah.
And we make the historia de enfermedad actual. We express in the medical terminology what the patient told us, right?
Yeah.
In Spanish, we can use some terms that the patient is explaining for a level situation, right? Using hypens or making some little corrections, but not changing the used for explanation, right?
Yeah.
In English, you see the difference between the bubble where the lady was talking about and the box where the doctor writing down, right?
Yeah.
It changes a lot.
Formal.
Yes, they are saying all the topics, all the ideas, but with medical terminology just, not with the expression that the patient says. If you use it in the United States, for example, it's not a correct job. Hi, Johan.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here.
Yes, maybe connection disturbances, right? But that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to send you both examples I'm showing you to this class. And please finish in the workshop. Just people who made homework is going to receive it. It's not fair. I have 7 reports and we are 14 in class. That's not correct, right? To send to everybody.
That's discipline. Yeah.
I know that it could be not enough time, maybe, but there were 2 lines, or maybe a paragraph of 5 lines. No more than this. But
5 lines.
yes, I had a report that it's 14 pages. I wanted to die. I said, what happened here? Why?
I know who was.
When I read it, I said, why 14 pages? What's going on with this? What happened? Oh my God.
I'm gonna call that person right now because I know because she told me yesterday and I don't know. It was the last week.
Yeah.
This homework is so difficult. It's a lot. We have to write a lot, and I don't know how to do it because it's all the history, all the clinic history. And I told her it's just a case report,
It's
but she
easy.
already did it, so she couldn't do it
No,
well.
she made it, and I said, okay, let's recognize the effort of doing it because it's handwriting. And I said, okay, but 14 pages, my lady of patience.
Oh my God.
No, but that's okay.
I know.
That's the way we have to
Who's gonna
open mind and understand the correct
14
meanings
pages?
of these topics. It's not the same in translating situations, right? In Spanish, reporte de caso, it's a study, a complete study of a patient. In English, case report, reporte de caso, is just a paragraph showing the symptoms with a medical explanation. A very different objective, right? In the translation part. Listo. So Claudia was supposed to come. Let me ask for her if she's gonna get into the workshop. If not, we can talk more time. Yes. Oh no, he's out. Johan.
I have some problems with my connection.
No, don't worry.
Yeah, and how you say historia clínica?
Clinical history. The
Clinical
same.
history.
Yes,
Because
but
right now I'm surprised because the case report is different.
yes,
So I don't know if it's, clinical history.
translation looks similar. Yeah, the clinical history of
Yeah.
the sense of
And
writing down is different. The grammar ways of
because
writing down is different from the situation.
I don't want to send you 14 pages. Just to
No, it's I read it and I said, okay. She made a Spanish case report. That's okay, but it was not objective, and I was showing the whole presentations specific data points that use this, use
no,
this
it
for
was
this
a
grammar
lot of
time.
work.
This is the topic
It was a
time.
lot
This
of
is the idea. Yeah, I don't know how she get enough time for writing down lots of it, but I appreciate the effort of doing it. I really
yeah,
appreciate it.
because she was practicing a lot with that. She was practicing
Yes.
the terminology, grammar, everything. It was a really
Yes.
good work because he was practicing. You need a lot of time and effort.
Yes. Lot of time, lots of vocabulary she used for that's a nice change, but not the objective I was asking for.
Yeah, that's a lot, but it was same objective.
Okay. Okay, now the classmate was supposed to come is not coming. Now she's writing down to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's okay.
She's not coming.
Yes, she is in Congress. Great.
Okay. She's a doctor,
Yeah,
general DP, general practice
practitioner.
practitioner.
Yeah, but that's okay. When you get with your title, you are going to see the importance of assistance to congresses, updating meetings. I don't know. Worldwide congresses are the most amazing ones.
Yeah, to learn and
Talking
or
about
to
I'm sorry.
no, I couldn't hear you. I don't know.
Hello.
They just
I was telling you that the most important part is the studies you continue doing while finishing the career, because you get your own direction and you get verticalized, I mean, in a branch of medicine.
do
It's
you
not
think
possible
that
to make everything.
everything? Do you think that you are like happier than when you were studying?
Mm, well, when you're a student, it's easier because there's always someone who can teach you and help you and take decisions for you. You are not alone. But when you finish the med school and start working and have to support all the responsibilities, it's possible to feel alone because there's not the same situation to have someone to ask for any doubt you have or any procedure you must. It's supposed to were learned during the school, not always happens, right? And it's not the same to go as a general, as a GP and say, can you teach me please? It's not well sight, and it's not the same enthusiasm of the teachers for showing you how to do or how to make something or a new technique maybe. Sometimes you must learn by your own, watching videos or reading and reading and reading, and then losing the fear and practicing.
Yeah.
Where in my experience, I had to learn by my own how to make a face suture, for example, plastic surgery in face specifically, because when I was in school, there was not a topic for doing because we were not able to do it for legal situations, right?
In face.
Yeah, in face, just for not
Actually,
leaving scars, for trying to reduce the scar as much as we can, right?
yeah.
So when I'm always with bad luck in my shifts, and there's always an accident with an injury I hear in face, I mean. And we have to make a suture, and of course it's the first sight of the people. It's your present plan. It's important to take care, and I decided to understand, to make the sutures in the way for not leaving a horrible scar, I mean, or something that
Means
the patient
in my,
consider a problem.
yeah, I understand you. And in my country, actually, I could do it when I was an intern in my internship
That's perfect.
because it was not because I wanted to do it. It was because nobody couldn't in that moment. So I
Oh,
had to. I remember that guy. I remember that guy because he was drunk, and he in our country in towns we don't have a lot of specialistas,
yeah.
so we need to do some things that we are not like able, or it's not legal to
Yes,
do it, but we
that
have
is
to. And
important.
so I remember this guy. I had to do it. I had to suturar. I don't know,
The suture.
suture the face of this man.
Yeah.
And I remember that feeling because I had to ask my partners, my classmates, how to do it, and I had to watch videos. I had to decide what was the material that I was using. A lot
Yes,
of things like that because, and I remember because I was
yes, because it's not easy, right?
thinking about my country and my people because I'm not able. I was thinking I'm not able to do it, but I have to because nobody's gonna do it if I don't.
Yes, yes. Here happens almost the same. Here the GP is supposed to know how to do it, but how you can know how to do something if nobody teach you during the med school? That's a contradiction, right?
Yeah.
So that was interesting when I was starting my shifts in the public services. A question from my nurses were, do you suit your face? Yes. Okay, you do. Which one is your legacy legacy papers for writing down or for signature? Because you know, if you are not a general plastic surgeon, you cannot do it. And they were right. So at that moment, I was typing this this special paper for making the permissions. I mean, and that's a funny times for doing it.
Do it. Okay, I'm gonna leave right now. Bye bye, Miss. It was a good workshop. See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, see you tomorrow. Have a nice night, Johan.
Thank you. You
Hi,
too.
Agar.
Hi, teacher. Good night.
Hi, how are you, Agar?
Fine.
Everything's okay?
Yes, I can. I finished my exposure.
Yeah. I like your job. Let's check it, okay?
Okay.
Let's make the evaluation. Okay, from the yesterday class, any question you have maybe?
Yesterday, no, it was, but it's a lot of to practice in pronunciation. But I every time that I don't understand a word or something like that, I look at the dictionary and I can find.
Okay, you could do it, perfect. So let me share my screen. We are going to open your homework, okay?
Okay.
Can you watch it?
Yes, I can see it.
Well, that was a well, first of all, it was a case report, not a clinical report, but that's okay. Let's start.
No, yes.
Let's try this. Yes, case report, I said, not clinical report.
Okay.
Even though clinical report is a huge study, but that's okay for me. Let's check it.
I know clinical report.
Okay, you have the symptoms, they are great. Not a clinical case report. I asked for a case report because during the whole classes, from the first one until the Thursday in the last week, I was showing you some flashes, some ideas about this expression goes to case report. These abbreviations you can use for a clinical report, a case report, I mean. Do you remember that? Always talking past time. The many details that were nice, I think. And were helpful for doing it. Very nice. I like your job. I can use it for another kind of class.
I don't know.
It's not the way I was asking for.
How I confused.
Yeah, don't worry. Look, many of your classmates made the same kind of homework, but they said case report, and I said no, clinical report. No, it's a case report, and it's different. Now, can you watch my
Yes,
screen?
it's different.
Yes,
Okay.
a case
Yes, I can
report.
see.
Yes, a case report is a brief paragraph, something not long by anything, okay?
Mhm.
And we have the topic ideas for having it in order. Using always medical terminology, write down a brief paragraph. It has to take into consideration the general data of the patient. It must be in a chronological order, organizing the symptoms. At this moment, it's not important to set the treatment, and it's always writing down in past time, okay?
Okay.
For example, we receive a patient, it's a lady that is showing us her complaints. I was well until a few months ago. In the beginning, I just felt off color and a bit tired. But lately, I've been feeling completely worn out at the end of the day. I'm not eating any more than usual, but I put on 9 kilos in the last year. Kilos for the United Kingdom and pounds for the United States, okay?
Okay.
My emotions are hard and my hair has started to fall out.
It's not
That's
good.
how our patients tell us the information.
Mhm.
And now we have to get this translated to a case report. Okay, using the general data, a 50-year-old housewife. And then we start with the complaints, who had been well until 4 months previously. We have the key. She complained of tiredness and malaise, and she had gained 9 kilos in weight in the year before she presented to her GP, although she was denied eating more than usual. She was constipated and she noticed that her hair had started to fall out. Can you see the difference in expressions, right?
Yes.
From this bubble to this box.
Okay.
How the, let me show you this one. This chart I sent you in the slides and talking about symptoms, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have how the patient gives an idea, express her complaints, the meaning and the medical terminology, right? We have to translate from this idea to this medical terminology. It's not an easy fact. It's for having lots and lots of practice for writing and writing and writing again, because it's not easy.
We have to translate this from a case report with terminology of.
Yes. The patient says the social English, we have to convert to translate to the medical English.
Okay.
It's not the same as in Spanish, right? Now, I'm going to send you this guideline because you sent me homework. If you didn't send me homework, I didn't give you the guideline. Of course not, because it's not fair for the people who's working in class.
Okay.
I have with you, I have 7 reports. We are 14 in class, right? So it's not fair for the ones who send me homework to share to everybody the key to guideline, and then they made a good job and you are rewriting it. It's not the idea, of course not. I have the power. I can send the information to the ones I consider it's okay.
Okay, I'm going to practice anyway.
Yes, I'm going to send it to you because you sent me it before doing this workshop, right? Of course, I'm not going to give the key to anybody who's not working.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
For example, in this bubble, we have a 60-year-old man. I haven't been myself for several months now. Haven't been myself is an expression, right? A social English expression. But while translating, I think I close it. Yeah, I close it. Bye. But I haven't been myself is I feel tiredness, I feel down, and something different. No, it is here. Aquí está. I haven't. Aquí está. I haven't been feeding myself.
Malays.
Yes, it's Malays, right?
Okay.
But
Okay,
if you don't have the
understand.
chart, how you translate haven't been myself to Malays? That's why we have to get that kind of vocabulary and comparisons in mind while reading and writing, writing and writing again.
And we have to turn the third person. He, in this case will be no, he had been Malays. Oh,
I'm going to take in that moment, okay?
okay.
I feel completely worn out after doing anything. Completely worn out is another expression.
Mhm.
And I've been off my food and I've lost 10 kilos of weight. So if I give you just this vowel to convert to the case report, I mean, in the medical terminology, it's not an easy fact, right? But you have the keys into the slides. So we have the answer. Over to you, Sam. A 60-year-old man presented to his GP with malaise and fatigue for several months. He also complained of anorexia and weight loss 10 kilos. Can you see the difference?
Yes, presented to his GP.
Yes.
With okay.
And you see everything is in past time, past tenses, right? So that's the idea we have to know from this moment and ahead, because we are to work on case reports almost all the classes. Okay. If we don't learn how to write it down correctly, we are not going to learn how to write out a correct clinical history. From this point, this is the most important part, because if we get in confusion in this part, as a chain, everything is going to be in a wrong way. So that's not the objective, right?
Yes. Okay, I'm going to practice. Can you? You're gonna send me that.
Yes.
Please.
Yes, I'm going to do it. You send me homework. Okay, I'm going to send you the key. If there's no homework, there's no key. That's what I say. I'm sorry, but you need that key. Okay.
Teacher, the homework that you send us at the group is for until Friday?
Friday night.
Okay.
But talking with the whole group tomorrow, I'm going to ask if you need more time. If there's the question, you need more time, I'm going to give you more time. I know it's a lot of job.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna send you on time. This time.
Thank you so much. Try to do it. Okay. Any question about the case report? No, you have 3 minutes more. Don't worry.
I have to read it and practice.
Perfect. Now you got the idea, right?
Yes, I get it.
So
thank you very much.
You have the idea, rewrite it. You have 3 minutes more. You want to go ahead early.
Because
use your time. No, Catherine has to wait for. Use your time. It's your space.
It's more space. I want to go because I have still classes online.
Okay. So that's okay for me. We finished with this part.
That's why, teacher. Sorry.
No, don't worry. That's okay. You can go ahead.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye. It's nice to see you. No, don't worry. Don't worry. Go ahead. That's okay.
See you tomorrow. Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's check what my brother said. It's important. He never scolds me without a reason. Hey, Ariana. I'm sorry.
Hi, don't worry.
I took a minute from your time. I was in an important phone call.
Don't worry, I
sorry.
understand. The life of a doctor.
Yes, but it's difficult and different when your patient is your nephew, right?
Oh, yes, I understand.
Well, yes, patience, that's all. That's all. So I was checking homework. And well, I really appreciate the way you made it. It's amazing job, but it's not what I was asking for.
I know, I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry. We're here for learning, right? So in that order, I like the way you were using abbreviations because nobody once did it.
Oh.
Nobody used any kind of abbreviations, and I said, okay, if we are not going to use it, I am teaching it. But that's okay for you. You did. That's an objective to know the abbreviations and all of the stuff we have to make on, right? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, you made a clinical report. And as a huge idea, that's okay, but we were supposed to make a case report.
Okay.
Wait, the clinical report has another topics that that are not as huge as you were writing down, but that's okay. We don't use definitions. We talk just about a specific patients because it's supposed we know the definitions. We present a case, I mean. In Spanish, presentación de caso, a clinical report. The patient is full-term male infant. She was conceived on
I was talking about a case there.
Yes, you're talking about a specific situation, but that is supported in the definitions you were showing me, right? Because I was reading it and I said, good abbreviations. I like it. Just a second, yeah. Diagnosis and treatment, okay, could be. At this moment, could be. And then go to the spina bifida.
No, the other one, no.
Yeah, don't worry, we're here for making mistakes. And that's the best
I
part.
made that one first, and then I talked to Johan.
Yeah.
And he told me I was doing it wrong. But I didn't have time to correct him, so I sent it that way.
No, that's okay. Don't worry. Johan made an extremely brave report, and I said, what? I'm going to extract from this.
Yes, I spent the whole week doing that's a story, right?
Yes. You're making like a clinical history, but it's not the way.
Yes, I thought I had to do that. And then he told me, no, you just have to do something brief.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's usually a common mistake to do it in this way because we are getting the translation literally, I mean, but the meaning is completely different. Completely different. And well.
Yeah, I did it even for a kid. So it was a big story, history.
But that's okay. You have this part as a practice. Well done. Don't worry. So if we organize it into the American clinical history, well, it's a little mixed, but it's not too much to correct here. That's okay. Don't worry. I really appreciate you were using abbreviations. You were using all the topics we are talking about. And of course, the effort of making my handwriting, I mean.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, well, it's out of objective. Let me show you the example I was showing. And now, of course, I'm going to send you the guideline, okay? Okay. A case report guideline, it's an information that I'm preparing for this class, okay? It's like a conclusion I got during my med school. While finishing, I said I have to take a guideline when I decided to start teaching these kind of topics. Always using medical terminology, a brief paragraph, okay?
Okay.
It must have general data of the patient. It must be chronological order, organizing the symptoms. At this moment, it was important to submit the treatment.
Okay.
It's not a topic at this time, but we are going to support it in another moment. We always write down in past time. Always. If it's in present or another grammar expression, it's not correct.
Okay.
A good example I found in books is this one. That's a lady who's showing us the complaints. I was well until a few months ago. In the beginning, I just fell off color and a bit tired. But lately, I've been feeling completely worn out at the end of the day. I'm not eating any more than usual, but I've put on 9 kilos in the last year. My emotions are hard and my hair has started to fall out, right? Here you can see many expressions that we were studying in the symptoms, in the topic of symptoms, that usually patients express to us, explaining the complaints, right? But all of these situations we have to translate into the medical terminology.
Yes.
And then we go to the box and we have to key for the box. A 50-year-old housewife who has been well until 4 months previously complained of tiredness and malaise. She had gained 9 kilos in weight in the year before she presented to her GP, although she denied eating more than usual. She was constipated and she noticed that her hair started to fall out. That's all.
Okay.
That was the topic I was asking for, but that's okay.
Okay.
The idea of comparing what the patient says and how we are going to write down is because we are going to start working in case reports from this workshop until the end of the course, the module 2, of course. And we are going to write down this. And when we get into the clinical history, you're going to be that it's so easy to make a clinical history, but making a correct case report. If we make a mistake in this chart, in this box, we cannot have a correct information, a correct diagnosis, treatment, and all of the steps we have to complete for the clinical history.
Okay,
It's not the same as in Spanish, but there are many similar in a few topics, but the organizing ideas is a different way of thinking. I mean, you told me you want to go to the United Kingdom, right?
Yes.
So this way of expressions are very important for you, and the correct way of writing down is gonna be the key for getting the specialty.
Of course. Okay. Yeah.
So in that order, we are going to work and work and work a lot. Okay?
Okay. I will practice more.
Yes. Yeah, but don't worry. You made a great job. Let's organize and change your job from this chart, from this box, okay?
Okay. My
Then
7
we have an
pages is just
example.
one.
Sorry. So we have this bubble with an example with more expressions, right? 60-year-old man that says, I haven't been myself for several months now. I feel completely worn out after doing anything. I've been off my food and I've been lost 10 kilos on weight. How you could express this in a medical terminology?
Okay, so a 60-year-old man,
Yeah.
who had been feeling no.
Okay, let me give you a hand. You have the expressions. I haven't been myself.
I have
With malaise.
With malaise. Okay, but yes.
Okay, let's go back.
And also complaining of lethargy.
Lethargy, okay.
Yeah. And he's been
Off my food. Let's go to the chart. Let me help you with that.
Yeah.
Off my food.
Yeah, he's been anorexic.
Anorexic. Is without appetite, doesn't want to eat anything.
Yeah.
So we have the key. You have the general idea you have there. A 60-year-old man presented to his GP with malaise and fatigue for several months. He also complained of anorexia and weight loss 10 kilos. You see, you have the idea for organizing this information. That's okay, that's great, Rian. As I was telling you, you are one of the best students in this class because you are interested in doing it and reading and practicing, and of course, writing down. And that's okay, that's the best way.
Thank you.
So you can use it. You have this answer, and you, of course, can try to make by yourself any more situations. And we are going to start working on it. This guideline, this key, these examples, I'm going to send you while finishing the workshop. for having the
Yes,
idea
thank you.
and then correcting the homework you were doing at home, okay?
Okay.
And don't
So
worry, that's okay for me.
I have to correct the homework, or I'll do it just in the next homework.
No, for this week.
Okay.
I have to be sincere with you. Everybody made wrong homework. So there's no problem. Everybody must correct it. But I have to consider that in this group, not everybody is doctor. We have university professors, we have first year students in med school, but in first year, nobody is going to teach you this. So
you're right.
I told them it's not going to be as easy course in the second part because we are going to write down and down and oh, you need a specific basis for working on. And if they say that that's okay, I want to make the fourth, okay, that's great for me, but I have to know what to expect from my students, right?
Of course. Okay.
So having that idea, yeah, that corrections we are going to do.
Okay. I'll do
Please
it
feel
this
full
week.
for assistance.
Okay.
And don't worry, you are doing great. That's okay for me.
Yeah.
Any question you have maybe from yesterday, from the case
okay.
report? I know the case report was a confusing topic, but it's important.
Yes. It was easier than I thought.
Yeah, but don't worry, that's okay. We are here for learning and understanding that the translation from the Spanish case report in Spanish is the topic you were doing, right?
Yeah.
The clinical report, it's a different topic you were doing. It's not the same. If, for example, here in Bolivia, if I get a report de caso clínico in an easy way, of course, my students are dead. That's not going to work. So we have to know the differences. And of course, the translation is not the same. The sense is not the same. It usually happens.
Now. So
Yeah,
you are a teacher in Bolivia too, in med school.
Yeah.
What's
For the internship, I have interns under me.
Oh.
And they always leave the course hating me because they say that I ask for too much effort. And they said, why with you, teacher? I had a student from Brazil who used to watch me ahead and start shaking, so nervous. He couldn't control himself. And when I saw him, I go to him and I said, Lucas, what's happened with you? What's happening? What did I did to you? What's wrong? I'm sorry, doc. You scare me. What? I'm so ugly. I'm sorry. And I said, okay.
It's not your fault. I have a few that makes me feel that way, but I can control myself.
Yes, no, I told him, take a deep breath, please. Let's do together. I'm not going to kill you, but if you are not ready, you are not going to pass this service. I was in that moment with that student, I was the responsible of the the internal medicine service, of course. And I was supposed to check everything. And I said, if you're not ready, sorry, you're going to stay here with me 6 months. He said, what? So go and study, relax, do your best. We are going to check everything. And patience, you are doing well. Just relax. Take a deep breath. You can do it. You are here for a reason. Let's do it together.
Oh, poor boy.
And that was interesting with him.
And did he pass?
No, he left the course. He couldn't do it. Well, he went to another hospital. I don't know what happened to him, but he left from this hospital. He said that he was not able to finish it. And I said, okay, his decision. If he considers it so hard, I don't really want to be a patient while he's working on because he's not ready for it. It's not easy. It's a hard opinion, I know. But
no, but you're right.
We have to be sincere with each other, right? The key of this is reading and reading and reading again. That's all. And writing down. Yes, I'm writing down a lot. That's all.
and don't fail the internship.
You're doing well. Don't worry. You are doing your best. You're showing me that you are interested in this class. So let's go ahead. That's
Yes.
great for me.
Probably next month or next module, I won't be in classes like leave because I have my classes
Okay.
on the university. Oh,
Okay, understand.
time's up.
No, don't worry. If you tell me the situation, I can take it in account, of course. And
Okay.
of course, homework, everything I'm sending, let me know that you're checking it, and that's all.
Yes. Okay. I think on Tuesday and Thursday I can make it if I move to the end of the line.
Yeah,
Like I can be the
could be
last. Yes.
the last one of the group, but that's okay for me.
Mm.
No,
I'll let you know. I
well,
think it's for
I
module
don't know
2.
if you get. Yeah, that's okay. Model 2 is a very technician way for talking, but we have to know all the bases we are talking now. And then, of course, we are going to work a lot with the clinical history.
Okay.
We are to start writing down this specific way of writing down and expressions and more vocabulary with that. And you're going to see why it's more than important to understand the abbreviations, the order of the abbreviations, when to use it, when it's not possible to use them. And that's
Yes,
okay.
there's a lot of abbreviations.
Yes, but I'm showing you just a little bit of them.
Yes.
While finishing the complete course, I want to send to the ones that are going to continue, because I know there's for people that are not coming, that's none of my business. Or the ones that are here in the group, I'm going to send the book for having a huge idea of this kind of medical terminology, because it's not easy.
Yes, I still can't read all of them. I'm reading one by one.
Yes.
Everything.
Did you check the homework I sent? The 2 files, assignments and quizzes?
Yes, yes.
Any
Actually,
questions from them, I mean?
In the quizzes, the part of unscramble the words,
yeah.
I always have troubles with that, even in Spanish. So
yeah,
that's a little hard for me.
So, okay, but don't worry. If you don't finish it, don't worry. It's practicing. Okay. And of course, the test is going to be from this specific homework we are working on from the first week until the end. The final test is going to take the questions from them. Okay? That's important why we have to make it.
Okay. The other one is almost finished. Okay. But the scramble part is just.
Oh, perfect. Yes, it's a lot of job, I know.
I'm struggling a little bit, but that's me. It's my problem.
Yes, that's important. Well, the classmate was supposed to come, didn't come. I'm going to ask him.
I see.
If he doesn't come, well, anyway, he didn't tell me anything.
He won't be able to correct the homework.
Yes, maybe he's correct, and I don't think so. He sent me the homework, but I want to explain him so many details for doing it.
Yes, I was so confused when Johan told me you're not doing it right, and I spent the whole week trying to write because I didn't know.
Oh my god!
And I was
no,
like, I'm just finishing one, and I had to make 2 of them.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. You did your best. You practiced. That's okay for me.
Yes, thank you. Well, have a great night. Bye.
Okay, Ariana. Hi. I see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Hi, Kat.
Hi, teacher, in Spanish. Teacher, John me acaba de escribir por Facebook que no podrá entrar por temas laborales, me dijo, que después se comunica con usted.
Okay, perfect. Thanks
Para
for telling me.
publicar entre una, pero ya va a ser mi hora.
Okay, sí, it's almost time. So let's do it.
Eso, teacher.
Yes, let's use his time. Okay, you send me homework. Let me open it first. Oh, do you have a question from the class, from the yesterday class?
Oh, only pronunciation. Pero,
Okay.
Yeah.
We can talk about it if you want, using Johan's time. That's okay. Give me a second for opening the presentation. And of course, homework. Hi. How's been your day? Everything okay?
Okay.
Okay. Let me share the screen, okay? Which part you would like to talk first? The pronunciation doubts or maybe the homework, the case report?
The case report.
The case report, okay. Dun-dun. Okay, let me share my screen. Here is your homework.
Teacher, the other homework is until Friday?
Yeah, Friday night.
Okay.
Okay, rheumatoid arthritis.
How do you pronunciation arthritis?
Arthritis.
Arthritis. This
Yeah.
or this?
This is arthritis.
Okay.
Arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay.
Okay. Patient knows painful.
There are cases that I
Okay.
have seen in consultation, especially rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah, rheumatoid arthritis, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the general idea for a case report is well done. You have the general idea of it, okay? But it's not the correct way of expression, I mean. It's
Okay,
not a bad job. That's okay, it's well done. But we have to be more concrete, I mean. I prepared, oh, I lost it. I prepared a document where I show the difference. Okay, here's about expression, okay? Just for the ones who sent homework, I insist. Okay, report guidelines, of course, using medical terminology always. It's a brief paragraph, okay? It's not a long one. It's not too large. We must include general data of the patient, you got it. It must be in a chronological order, you got it. Organizing the symptoms, perfect. At this moment, it's not important the treatment, extra studies, tests, anyway, that's important. Is write down in past time. Some of your expressions are in past, some of them are in present, but that's not a bad idea. I understand the meaning of it. You are writing down.
Teacher,
you are
can
right.
I take a picture brief?
Yeah.
President?
Oh, from this one, from this one?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to send you the document. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so having this idea, you are writing down as we speak in Spanish, as we have this way of expressions, I mean. And that's okay because I understand the meaning. But showing this paragraph to an American doctor, he could say that it's too much information, making some rounding and surrounding ideas, and it's not going to the point. The idea of writing down a case report is to go specifically to the point using medical terminology, okay?
Okay, teacher.
A good example I found in the book is this situation when a patient is talking to us, like being into the consult. I was well until a few months ago in the beginning. I just fell off color and a bit tired. But lately I've been feeling completely worn out at the end of the day. I'm not eating any more than usual, but I put on 9 kilos in the last year. Kilos for the United Kingdom, pounds for USA, right? My emotions are hard and my hair has started to fall out. Here this lady is talking about the symptoms, complaints, everything she knows, right? Using this kind of expressions that I was showing you during the slides, the presentation, right? And we have to convert all of this speech into this box, the complete medical case report, using just medical terminology. A 50-year-old housewife who had been well until 4 months previously. General data, okay. Complaint, past time of tiredness and malaise, right? We have here the symptom, we have to convert it into the medical terminology. She had gained 9 kilos in weight in the last year before she presented to her GP, right? Everything in past. Although she denied eating more than usual. She was constipated because motions are hard, right? And she noticed that her hair had started to fall out. Can you notice the difference, right? Between this bubble and to the box. The social English, social media, and with the medical terminology for everything.
Okay.
When we go to your homework, you almost have the idea for this first paragraph. That's all I was asking for. Studies, lab tests, and lab, results, that's okay, that's great. It's helpful, but not at this moment. We are not talking about at this moment. We are just talking about the case report, what the patient says. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
That's a good job. So only we have to complete it and to rewrite it in the correct ways of expressions, taking this example, okay?
Okay, I can read it. Read it.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Go ahead, please. Okay, I'm listening to you. Go ahead, Catherine. Okay, is that okay now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. We have this second bubble, a 60-year-old man that is explaining us. I haven't been myself for several months now. I feel completely worn out after doing anything, I've been off my food and I've lost 10 kilos in weight. Using these expressions, how can you make a similar box of it, a case report? Maybe an idea, I mean. We can get the helpful,
Synthesis?
yes, the helpful
The
chart.
report?
Yes, if I ask you now to use this bubble to make a case report where the patient is complaining you the situation, is explaining you all the things that's happening with him. We have the underlined expressions. These expressions we have to convert into the medical terminology, right? We have to translate to the medical language, right? So for the, in order to get that way, we have this chart that has the patient expression, what he wants to say, and what's the symptom we have to know with the medical terminology. For example, I haven't been myself for a week in this case. General feeling of being unwell, it's malaise. The patient is not going to come and say, I'm in malaise. No, it's not correct. So we have to change the way of expression. I've been off my food for days. I've been losing appetite for days. I have anorexia. Nobody's going to tell you that unless he knows the correct medical expressions, right?
What the patient says?
The patient says in the second bubble, I've been off my food, I think. Yeah, I've been off my food. Being off my food, it's the same as anorexia. It's for patients, patient expressions, they are no doctors, medical expression, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
For example, I feel completely worn out. I feel completely worn out is what the patient says. He is saying that he lost energy, and what we must understand, tiredness, lethargy, fatigue, lassitude, because it is the medical expression of this sentence. It completely changes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words we translate into a one concept, right? A one idea for making an abbreviated paragraph expressing the complaints of the patient, right? Okay. From this second bubble, we have the answer to. A 60-year-old man presented to his GP with malaise and fatigue for several months. He also complained of anorexia and weight loss of 10 kilos, kilograms, right? You see, these expressions, these symptoms are explained by the patient and we translate to the medical terminology, right?
Okay, teacher.
Can you see the difference? Do you understand the meaning, the concept of doing this? It's kind of a little confusing at the beginning, but with practice, we can get it as soon as we're practicing, writing, yeah. writing again. And there's no problem. We are here for learning.
In our medical expression?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's brief, extremely brief. In English, you have to go to the point, specifically to the topic.
Okay.
In Spanish, we can surround and maybe use the patient's expressions too, right?
Okay.
But it's in
Yeah.
Spanish. In English, you cannot the patient expressions because it's going to take to open, I mean, a confusion, a huge confusion while studying the case. Just medical expressions in the clinical history.
Yeah, only medical expression.
Yes, abbreviations, medical expressions,
Yeah.
medical terminology.
Yeah.
That's why almost all the classes I said, this is the correct expression, this is the correct way of showing a case, of doing it. Because I didn't send the guideline of doing this paragraph, this case reports, because during the classes from the beginning, I was telling you, that's how you express the idea using this specific way. Do you remember that? Now, don't forget to use in past time all the time when you give a report. I mean, I was telling you in the classes, and there's not a problem. It usually happens. And if you check the slides, you're going to find all of these ideas, or most of them, not all of them. Most of them you're going to find into the slides.
Yeah.
That was prepared. That was done for an objective, and the objective is to show you that it's not easy to make a case report. It's a short paragraph, yes, but we need to practice a lot. And if we don't have the correct vocabulary, of course, we are not going to have the correct idea of doing it.
Yeah, teacher. In English is not say the patient refers.
No. Of course
Yeah.
not. For example, if I ask you about a clinical report, it's like an investigation I'm asking for. It's a lot of documentation you have to look for. It's not the same as in Spanish. In Spanish, a reporte clínico, it's so easy to make, right?
Yeah.
You only take your patient's data, all the documentation started, and that's all. But in English, you have to support all the ideas with documentation, papers, statistics. It's not easy. It's not as easy as we think.
Studies, statistics.
Yes, we have to make comparisons between groups of studies. It's very interesting, but it's so hard to learn. For example, for writing down a correct clinical history in English, while I was in the medical school, it was for around 1 year of practicing and practicing and practicing. It's not as easy as we think. In this course, we are going to study the topics. I'm going to share you as much as I can of this information. And then it depends on you to get on practicing and practicing and practicing.
Yeah.
But that's great. Any question from this part?
No, teacher, that's all.
Okay, so don't forget I'm going to send it to you when we finish the workshop, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Because these helpful ideas are just for the ones who made homework, not for everybody. It's not fair if I send it to the group and someone who didn't make it send me the correct paragraph and you are rewriting it again, okay? It's not correct. It's not, at least for me, it's not a good idea to do it.
Okay,
Now
teacher.
from these situations, from these slides, you told me you have questions in pronunciation, I mean.
Yeah, I have not been able to see the slides
Okay, to watch it.
for work.
Okay, don't worry. Check it, practice, and then at any moment we can talk about it. It's not a complicated topic to talk about it. About the homework I sent, the two papers, I mean, the quizzes and assignments. Did you check it?
Okay.
I sent 2 Word documents.
Okay, you can send it until Friday.
Friday night.
The report.
Yes, to Friday night. Could we change? Tomorrow I'm going to ask if you need more time as a group. I mean, I think that if everybody says that it's important to get 1 or 2 days more, that's okay for me.
Okay, teacher. Thanks.
So I know it's a lot of job, a lot of vocabulary to practice, and it's not easy. But from these homeworks we are doing from the first week, second week, and now this third week, it's gonna be done the final test.
Okay.
So let's practice. Yes.
Very
Okay.
practical.
Yes. Can you see the diary pool?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay, please fill it for assistance. And I think that's all for at this moment. Perfect. Any question, maybe something you would like to ask for?
No, teacher.
Okay, but don't worry, you made a closer idea than your friends, than your classmates. That's okay, that's great. Just organizing them, and that's all. Most of them has to rewrite everything again because they were out of the topic completely.
Yeah, teacher.
You did a good job, don't worry. You're making a good job. So patience. Who's this one? Okay. Now one of your classmates is on shift and he's with an emergency, so he's not going to come.
Oh,
that's okay. There is no problem. Now let me see if he was the next. There's no problem.
okay, teacher.
Let me check this. Yes, he was the next. He's not coming. Patience. Yes, maybe we're almost finishing because 3 of more are not coming. They write it down to me. I'm sorry, Harold. John Harold told you that he's working, right?
In Spanish,
Yes.
conocidos.
Okay. You were not a close friend. Yeah.
No, for university.
Okay, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's different when you meet someone in a class.
Yeah, en Spanish, él ya fue a Estados Unidos. Por eso, pronunciation, reading, writing, very well.
Yes, he has practice, but
that's
okay.
Lo mismo me dice cuando a veces hablamos por Facebook. Yeah, very practice, music, video, yeah.
Use podcasts.
Oh, yeah, igual me dicen por el speaking.
Yeah. In Spotify, I found podcasts with medical terminology.
No. Okay.
I was listening to it and I said, oh my God, I'm going to fall down because they start reading in order chronologically all the body parts, for example. And that's great because
okay. I didn't know about podcast Spotify.
Okay, let me send you the links for the ones I was listening for, and then you are going to practice the listening and pronunciation. Of course, it's going to be so helpful.
Oh, okay. Well,
Voy a seguir su consejo.
No, te envío, no hay problema. That's okay. Information is made for sharing.
Thank you, teacher.
It's free, so let's do it together. As I was telling you at the beginning of the course, I had medical course just for medical English for around 4 years. It's not the same a 2 months course than a 4 years course during the medical school. So my teachers were doctors that were speaking a grateful English, and we have to take in count that we have enough time for learning medicine in English. And it's different. It's a different way of watching, of making all the stuff we have to complete. It's not the same as in Spanish. The objectives are similar, but not the same. The order of the ideas are different. So that was important.
Yeah, very important.
Yeah. It's okay. Don't worry. Take a deep breath. And I'm going to send you this. Yes, the new homework, it's the correcting homework, I mean, and that's okay. That's great.
Okay, teacher. Is podcast interesante for?
I'm going to check a few ones more, and as soon as I get them, I'm going to send it to you to your WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay, teacher. Thanks.
So start listening to them, and there is one that I was asleep. That was okay. Let's read abdominal anatomy. In that way of speaking, I said, the abdomen has 9 quadrants. And I said, oh my God, why me? Why did I choose this? And that's a very, very funny situation, because I said, okay, I want to sleep, I want to relax, or I have to study. No, I have to study. Let's change it.
Yes, teacher. I like pronunciation here.
Don't worry. It's gonna be just with practice, gonna be a past the situation. I mean, maybe when I was studying English, the social English, I remember my teachers used to set me for singing the Beatles, for example. And that's a good way for practicing pronunciation. They were used to tell me, record yourself and listen to yourself trying to sing as same as the singer does. I mean, say how, what again? Yeah. Okay, choose a song, start singing, and compare your pronunciation with the singer's pronunciation. And we're going to notice the difference. And I said, okay, I did it, and the difference was amazing. I was terrible. And they used to tell me, record yourself and compare, record and compare. You're going to improve it until getting the correct pronunciation, intonation, and everything.
Yeah.
So that could be an idea, maybe. Well, in order Mario is not coming, I'm going to call Joyce for working now, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, 5 students more. A lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, teacher, very cansado, very tired.
Yes. Okay. Oh. Okay. I lost it. Well, Kat, so let's go for rest. Yeah. And finishing the workshop, I'm going to set the guidelines with examples, of course. And we are going to talk tomorrow about the assignments and quizzes. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Did you check that those two files, I mean, assignments and quizzes?
Yes. And se entrecortó, teacher. Hola.
Yes, I sent you two files, two documents, two Word files. Yes, I mean, is one and the other is 12. I'm not sure how many, or how long are them. I don't remember that. But there are a lot of exercise, scramble words, crosswords, looking for terminology, writing down sentences, filling blanks. Did you check it?
Check it very poco.
Okay, so fast. You check a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Try to do it as much as you can, or if the whole group considers it's necessary, we can move the deadline. I think it could be a good idea.
Okay.
Okay, so see you tomorrow, Kat, okay?
Okay, see you tomorrow, teacher.
Okay, have a nice night, Kat. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, teacher, too.
Bye. Okay, so I'm going to ask Joyce if she can get into the workshop now. But if don't, no, I'm not going to ask anybody. If she comes, that's okay. 5 minutes for respecting, there's no problem. Okay, now I'm expecting Joyce. It's almost time, 2 minutes more. So in that order, I'm going to start filling the assistance. And oh, I don't have Joyce's homework. Okay, there's no problem. I'm going to start to fill in the assistance. Just in case for not having enough time at the end because I thought my babies are crying. And well, patience, just patience. Yeah. Ruth, Ariana, Belkin, Joe, Katarina, who's going to the end? I know that. Claudia is in red. Give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. Hi, Joyce.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. How are you? How's been your day?
Hello, so very busy.
Yes, I know it. Well, you didn't send me homework.
I honestly didn't have enough time. I was going to do it. I was about to do it, but I had a lot of work. I have been working till late these days, so sorry about that.
Okay,
I'm going to do it tomorrow, please. I'm going to send you. I know it has less grade, but I still want to do it. Just didn't have enough time.
Okay, try to write down it as soon as possible. And I hope the guidelines I send you are helpful. I mean,
yes, they are.
Yes.
They are.
And also I send you the cardinal symptoms for not getting in confusion with all of the information maybe you could get about the pathologies we were talking about.
Okay, yes.
So in that order, there's no problem. When I get your paragraphs, your homework, your case reports, then I'm going to check it and send you the answers and the corrections, okay?
Okay, this The homework you sent about the crosswords is for Friday, you said, right?
Yeah, Friday night. But
Okay.
tomorrow I'm going to ask all the group that as a group, if we need more time to finish it, we can add 1 or 2 days more. But
Okay.
for me, it's not gonna be a big problem. I mean that it's time for studying this third week topics, I mean, and maybe time is not gonna be enough for checking everything in order to the final test. That's
Okay.
why tomorrow we are going to talk about it and in a brief moment during the class, I mean.
Okay.
Okay, so patience. From yesterday, any questions, something you would like to review?
Not questions, actually. I think it was, I was just reviewing that. It was only vocabulary as usual.
Okay.
And what? Let me see. But no, I think I have no questions at all.
No question, vocabulary maybe. Do you have a medical dictionary in English?
Sorry?
Do you have a medical dictionary in English?
I have one, but it's
Yeah.
only in English. It's terminology, medical terminology. Yes.
Not for translations, I mean. Not Spanish, English, just in English?
Just in English. I only use terminology in English because it's you are not going to find a medicine dictionary if I'm not wrong. You have a terminology where
Actually, I have one. Let me
dictionary.
send.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, English, Spanish, medical English.
Oh yeah, that would be great. Very useful if you can send it. I think you can probably send it to the WhatsApp group. That would be useful for everyone.
Well, I think I could do it in vocabulary. Yes, let me show you it now at this moment. And you're going to see it's so funny. It's colorful. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's better for anything. Like when you have to learn a lot of different things, especially vocabulary. If the material is colorful, I think it's better to understand.
It's great. So this one, I found it by an accident. It was not thought to found it, but when I was checking this, I said that was amazing. And I said, it's for me here. Let me correct it. Yeah. Related terms, that's a great one. Yeah, I'm going to send it to the group. I thought
That would be great.
Yes. You have it in order from A, B, C, and like the alphabet, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. I don't, as I told you, I never thought about having a dictionary. I have only a terminology because it's also useful to understand what certain terms mean, so you can have an accurate translation.
Yeah, for example, this one, abrupti placenta, this is in Latin. You almost, you have it too, like in Latin and English. It's going to help a lot. I don't know why I didn't send it, but now you have it. I'm going to upload into the group. And use it is going to be okay, I think. Of course, it's organized in the English alphabet, and well, the meaning in Spanish is nice.
That is the third edition, right?
Okay. Yeah. That's okay. It helps a lot. There are not just words, simple words, not expressions, but that's okay. It helps so much.
I just found it on internet. Yes, it is the third edition.
Yes, they have the same one, I mean?
Yes.
Yes.
PDF. Never check it.
Yes. Well, if you get it, sorry, close the window. Well,
There is
I
also the
have,
4th edition.
yes, I'm going to look for it, and if I can get it, I'm going to share it. For example, no, it's not the file I was looking for. For example, let me share you this. This is an article, actually.
I can't.
Why?
Can I send it to the WhatsApp group? I can't find your number only.
Yes, yes.
This is the 4th edition.
The 4th, oh, perfect. That would be great for the group. I mean.
Yeah, the 3rd edition, I think, is also useful. There must be some terms that are not in the 4th.
Okay, you can see this one. This is just for surgery. It's an article, actually, but it helps a lot. But I didn't use it a lot because it's too much terms that we are not supposed to check now. I think it's gonna be helpful too.
Oh yes, those are only
Only
abbreviations, right?
Yeah, in surgical procedures. That's all. Not in general information, I mean, or something like that. That's okay.
Sure. Yes, if you are in the field of translation or interpreting, I think it's useful to have all those books, especially for translation.
Yes.
Okay. That's the same one.
Okay. I don't know what happened. I'm getting mixed with my laptop. It's running crazy from yesterday.
Probably
okay.
some virus.
Yes, it's my computer. I mean, I don't know what's happening with it, but there's not more. So Joyce, I'm going to spec your paragraph, please.
Okay.
And in the folder, we can work on it and practice the case report. You have the guidelines topics that I sent you, and use it. Use it. Don't forget that it's written always in past tense, not present or something similar. Because I had lots of confusion with your classmates. Everyone made something different that I was asking for. And I said,
You said we
that's
should
okay.
write a report about someone's illness, right?
Yes, a case report.
Like if we were, for example, like your students, and we have to report to you what is going on or what happened.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For example, you don't have to show me treatment, studies, or even diagnosis. That's not the important part of this exercise. I need to check if you are catching the ideas about expressions in the medical writing down way. I mean.
Okay.
For example, it's not the same to say a female patient with 50 years old. That's a mistake. A 50-year-old woman. And that's the correct expression. Most of your classmates used, write down the homework, the paragraph, like in the Spanish way, thinking in Spanish. And in English, it's a huge mistake. It's not the way. So when we were reading, I was showing them the changes that they were supposed to do and said, okay, now I understand. I made it wrong. Not wrong. We are learning. Don't worry.
Yeah, just practice.
Yes. So if there's no questions, let's meet tomorrow.
Okay.
Go for rest, practice. Yeah.
I'm going to do it for tomorrow, for sure. Before class, I'm going to send it to you. I'm going
Okay,
to
as
make
soon
some
as
spare
possible,
time.
please,
Okay.
because
I'll
I'm
do it.
taking it into the scores for scores,
Okay.
okay?
Okay, okay. I'll
Okay,
do
I'm
it then.
sending you
Thank you.
the diary pool, please, for assistance.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Thanks, Sam.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's meet tomorrow, right?
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. Thank you. Thanks a lot for the dictionary. Didn't
Okay.
know what it existence.
Okay,
Thank
give me
you.
a moment to
Have a,
upload it, and that's okay.
okay.
Bye.
Have a good evening.
Good
Bye-bye.
evening. Bye-bye. So Joyce didn't make homework. There was nothing specifically to do, but that's not a problem. So let me ask the next one. Maria, let's ask Bernard. Bernardo, because Maria is not going to come to the class. Okay. Just okay, let's wait for 3 minutes, I think. And if she doesn't come, that's no problem for me. Yes. Oh. Yes, I have to let me check. Let's do it. Let's make this distance. Okay. Well, I have no answer from Bernarda. 3 minutes more and then I'm gonna close it. And well, minutes more. If Bernarda doesn't come here, I'm going to write down to Micheline, and if she doesn't get into the workshop, I'm gonna close it. Just 3 minutes more. No, 2 minutes, because one is passed out. And with this, we're finishing the second part. So let's wait in silence. Well, there's no answer from Bernarda. I was expecting for her now. Let's ask Micheline. Well, 3 minutes more, and if there is no answer, I'm gonna close it. And like how it's getting up. Hasta que sea. Oops, that was my well. I have no answer from Bernarda and Micheline. It's 11 o'clock, and I think it's enough time for respecting and sending messages to the WhatsApp group. Nobody told me anything about her absences. So let's finish the workshop. Today's been a long day, a heartful day. I have to finish working on the tomorrow's presentation and that all the things I have to do. So goodbye, everybody. I'm sending the guidelines for writing down the case report just for the people who send me homework. Rest. Anyway, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to expecting your job. It's too much time. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 reports at this moment. And that's all. That's all. I think it's okay. So see you tomorrow. Have a nice night. Let's study and goodbye.